Hey guys, I'm Charles here again, and today I've got another video for you guys. This one is about some stuff that you can carry with you every day, and some of it is survival gear and a survival book that I use. So, a lot of people I know don't really carry a bunch of survival stuff, and I think that's a shame that more people don't. I think there should be more people that do it, but you know, that's everybody's choice. But I'm here to do a video today about some survival gear. Some of the stuff that I'm going to show you is stuff I carry every day. Starting off with a survival whistle. This is made out of aircraft aluminum. It is a survival whistle, little tiny one. It's on a keychain. It hooks onto my belt. These are good to have in case you need keys or stuff like this, or a knife or whatever. And you know, it's good for in case if you know you're having someone, like, say, tries to rob you out in public or something, and you're in an alleyway or something, and you need to get a hold of somebody, like get somebody's attention, so that way he'll see what's going on. You know, grab this off your belt, and you know. Another good whistle would be this, a dog whistle. In case if you're under attack by a bear or a dog or a mountain lion or some kind of animal, you can adjust the decibel by turning this at the end and then tightening it, and you can adjust it. There are different decibels. You know, you can make it like that, make it louder, or you can make it quieter. Yeah, people can barely hear that up close. Out far away, they can't hear it at all. Only animals can, like what I just said: bears, dogs, big cats, stuff like that. Here, now I had this on here just for fun. It's a fake bullet, and it is a rabbit call for predator. Good for hunting, stuff like that. You know. And I do like to carry a lot of these kinds of things that hold keys and other things, because I like to also carry stuff that I can use for fishing. Like I said, nail clippers. And as you can see, this one has a top to it that is real reflective. You can use it like a mirror, or you can use it to get a hold of aircraft, like shining up in the sky. Has a bottle opener for opening bottles and stuff. Real handy. Nail clipper, in case you need to cut fishing line, you trim your nails or something. You can do that quickly and effectively. Screwdriver. It comes with a bottle opener, another type of bottle opener. You can see there's both types. Screwdrivers. Got this at Goodwill for $2. Got a multi-tool here. One that has a regular knife for cutting. An interesting one with scissors. A little saw blade on there. Some can openers and stuff. And on the back, we have a corkscrew, another screwdriver, and then we have one of, I believe, I don't know what this is. If anybody can tell me what this function is, it'd be greatly appreciated. I don't know exactly what that is, but sure it can be used for something. And then something for your nails, a file, get stuff out from under your fingernails and stuff. And then this itself I got a pack of 3 of them for $2 at Hobby Lobby. I've been carrying this on my belt everywhere I go, along with these. So that's very effective. I've actually had to use some of these before, and they have actually helped stop an attack from an animal before. And as well as help get the attention of some family members I was with when I was out camping. Okay, another thing that I would encourage people to carry, get yourself a backpack, a medium to large backpack. So that way you have all the stuff you need inside of it. You can fit a lot of stuff. It's got a lot of pockets. It's got, a multitude. It's got things where you can hook on stuff to the front, like a knife or, excuse me, any kind of spare pouches that you may want to attach to it to make your own rig. It's got pockets down here, a pocket on each side for whatever you want to use it for, as well as attachments on them. Has a plate inside, not a metal plate, but a plastic one that has rubber on the outsides of it, so that way it provides more comfort on your back with the weight, and it can be helpful if you fall. If you fall on your back, it provides you some protection. I like it also because of the straps on it are very comfortable. They're very soft and flexible. Have buckles on them, so that way you can buckle it up here across your chest, and then one down by your waist, so that way it holds you in place. And notice how there's no black plastic pieces. I always look for that. Any kind of black straps or black plastic pieces, or anything with orange, any kind of color that's not subdued, like green, brown, some kind of natural color, gray. I don't like the bright colors, and I don't like the solid blacks because they stick out so much in the outside. They stick out in nature, and that's any two-legged predator that is trained relatively good, they're gonna look for that. They're gonna try and look for any difference in nature and try to exploit it. And that's the thing you don't want if you're having to do some tactical maneuvers. You're having to, run and hide. You're having to, do some stuff that you probably would thought you never would have had to have done. You don't really want to do that. Get stuff that can stick out. If you do, I would advise painting over it with spray paint. Taking off, replacing it with another piece that's a different color, like I said, green, brown, gray, any of those colors, they work good. Another thing I would encourage people to do is their clothing as well. If you're gonna do like hunting, if you're gonna do like practicing of certain events, the events I'm referring to, I'm sure. I would look for clothing that's just full camo. There's notice this vest has no real, severe amounts of black in it. There's no severe amounts of any kind of crazy color like orange, yellow, red, any of those. It's all pretty much just woodland camo, and it's faded, and that's good, because when a color is faded, a lot of things in nature are faded. Nothing's really perfect in nature. Nothing is ever one solid color, and nothing is ever one solid pattern either. So it's good to mix match your camo. Like what you see here. You have multi-cam. US Army multi-cam. You can do like a woodland top, or you can do a Swiss Army camo. Do foreign camo. It's good to mix match your camo because it makes you stick out less and less. Another piece of survival equipment is these gloves that I have on. You can see they're kind of worn there, and I've had them for a while. I've had them for over about 2 years now, but they've worked pretty good for me. And they have the knuckle guards on. It's hard plastic, so they're not easy. I mean, they're not going to break easily. You got the hard rubber tips on the parts of your fingers to protect them. And it's good for like when you need to punch, or if you need something to protect your hand from getting, if it gets whacked by something, it doesn't break your knuckles, you know, or it will protect them a great deal from that. Now, another thing I would encourage people to do is get some good shoes that are not real bright colored. You know, like if you're gonna go out hunting and stuff. Solid black, I mean, yeah, it's okay, but like I said, I prefer not to use anything solid black out if I'm out hunting or, you know, doing stuff, you know, like that. I would advise against it. These shoes, like for instance, you know, they're brown, you know, have very little black and stuff. That's good enough, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Another piece of gear I would advise people to get, like if you're going to do like a lot of moving and stuff, especially with your firearms and stuff, or any kind of just outright fast-paced movement, period, out in nature and all that, I would get something like this, elbow pads. See, I've got, those are tan ones, but I'm going to eventually buy some camo green, OD green with a pattern on it. But I got these from a friend for $15, but that's about the going rate for a lot of these. You can get the same stuff on Amazon. I'm going to get some knee pads too. Knee pads and elbow pads I'm a big fan of, as well as helmets. I do not like the body armor. The body armor itself is just not something I believe in, because of if you get hit, let's say you get shot, okay, in a combat setting. Yeah, it does save a lot of people's lives, that's true. But it does also do a lot of internal damage, more than if had you just let the bullet hit you without the armor. Because when that bullet hits that armor, you're allowing a big chunk of metal to kind of get pushed into you from the force of that bullet hitting it, rather than it just passing through, making a clean cut. You know, some bullets will do that too. They'll go in, but they're going to push that metal too, and it's going to bruise all those muscles. It's going to break all them bones, and then that bullet's going to either stay in and do more damage because it just hit the back plate and bounced back into you and did more damage, or it's going to break on through, keep going, like that bullet's gone, and then all those pieces from that vest that you just had went into you and created more like a shotgun blast. Okay, that makes more work for the surgeon, that makes it more miserable for you, and also higher likelihood that you will have a permanent disability forever. You know, I think, in my personal opinion, I think people without a vest that get shot are less likely to have any kind of medical problem, you know, relating to their bullet wound. You know, granted, yes, there'll be things that are a bit more uncomfortable from that, if you say you get hit, right? But you'd be in more pain if a bullet hits you with the vest on. Now, helmet-wise, I do believe that, but I believe the type of helmet is the one that you should use is a steel helmet. Here I've got a German helmet that I bought for $75. You know, the reason I bought it because I like it because it looks cool, for one. It's iconic, you know, a lot of World War II collectors have stuff like this. This is a reproduction, a Chinese reproduction. It is quite thick and it is heavy. But a steel helmet versus a Kevlar helmet, the Kevlar helmet will protect more against the penetration of a bullet, but you get more a jolt when it hits. So, like I said, it's like body armor, you know. You're likelier to get your head thrown back from the blast or hit with that, and you're damaging your neck muscles, and getting a severe headache to where even possibly you could get knocked unconscious from it. and it just do that to you, and that's possible that you could get captured, you could fall down the ground, be left behind, and all of a sudden, you get eaten by some animal. That's possible. I noticed it's far less likely of that to happen if you're using a steel pot, because a steel pot, the curve itself from the metal has a likelihood of the bullet ricocheting from a distance, but if given at close range, it's going to penetrate and it's going to go through. At least then it will be a quick death. You're not left wondering, oh, my head's hurt. Did it go in? What did it do? No, because when you're like that, you're going to have likelihood of someone coming up on you, and that's going to be the end. Or, something bad's going to happen. But with a steel pot, yes, they do get warm. Yes, they do get hot in the sun. Yes, they do make you sweat. But that's the same thing you'll get with a Kevlar helmet. That was proven in the Middle East. I mean, time again. Any helmet you wear is going to make you sweat. I'm going to be honest with you on that. That's part of it. Your neck muscles will, get tired, but that's why you wear it more often. You kind of give yourself some time with it each day, along with all the other gear that you have. It will work. You'll build muscle. You won't feel like, oh, it hurts. You're like, okay, let's do this. I got it. And the more you train your gear, the more you're gonna get used to it. It's all about repetition whenever you do stuff like that. Another piece of gear I would recommend anybody have, because this can save you from anywhere from a house fire all the way to like a biological attack with disease, some kind of really bad sickness, dust, radioactive dust, at least from breathing it in. It's not going to stop radiation from coming into your body, but it will stop you from breathing it in. So there's that. It will keep sand out, keep a lot of anything that tries to get into your face out. And all in all, I like the way they look because they look cool when they're worn with the proper gear. Is a gas mask. This is a Israeli, I think. I could be wrong. I know the canister itself is Israeli. I did some research on that because I bought this from a surplus store. The mask itself I'm unsure of, so if anybody knows what country of origin this comes from, let me know in the comment section. Has a thing for your water. This is the canister that you'll screw on and you can change out. These gas masks are interchangeable with almost any other filter because they're almost relatively all the same size. I've got a Russian T79 gas mask that takes the same size filter as this, so I can interchange the two. And the straps are a bit different. This one has straps for the back of your head. The other one, T79 Russian gas mask fan, you know what that is. You'll know that it goes onto your face and you pull over and it kind of covers your whole head like a hood, kind of. And you have that big bulky, I forget what they called. I can't believe that. But anyways, the filter, big bulky filter. As you can see, I had painted some of it green where it showed the steel band around it. I didn't want that showing, so to break it up a bit, paint it over. Like I said, I don't like black in my gear, but when they're like this, you kind of really can't help it. But if you're really in a situation where it requires something like this, I think the least of your worries is going to be wanting to stay hidden. I think you're going to just want to be on the move and get out of that place. Get out of the area where you have to use these as fast as you can. These are not something that I would recommend being comfortable to wear for long periods of time. It's just not fun, especially when you're running. These things make you sweat. They make you, hard to breathe in. But it will be enough to keep you alive, essentially. That's tear gas, CZ gas. A lot of militaries around the world carry these things. A lot of militias, a lot of just even plain civilians can buy this stuff. It's no biggie. These are not that expensive. You can get these anywhere from like $25 to about $40 if you get like a really good one. You go to any surplus store or any kind of online store that sells into the world stuff, you get stuff like that. But that's the type of survival gear that I have for you today that I will do a review on. If I do get some more, I will do that, another review on some more gear. I do have a book I would like to recommend you guys. The Soldier of Fortune series is a book series written by a Vietnam veteran that served a tour in Vietnam in the 519th Military Intelligence Battalion, MACV. He has been a technical rock climber and active shooter for 40 years. He was the survival editor for Soldier of Fortune magazine and became the managing editor of Survive magazine in 1980. He has been writing about survival for New Pioneer magazine since the first issue. Mac Douglas earned a BA and a MA and has lived and worked in numerous foreign countries. This is his first book for Skyhorse Publishing. This is a book called Soldier of Fortune, Guide to Surviving the Apocalypse. Now, in this book, you will find a bunch of different techniques on how to filter water, what foods you can get from the wild, what to make suits out to protect yourself from chemicals, how to survive in different terrains like urban, jungle, desert, mountains, swamps, all that. What kind of boots, kind of clothing, what kind of knives work best, nuclear catastrophe, build safe rooms, assemble your own stuff, There's just a bunch of things in this, and this is a really good book. I've been reading it, and it has helped me with a lot of things. Given me a lot of ideas on how to survive. That's all I pretty much have for y'all today. I thank y'all for subscribing to my channel and tuning in. I hope to see y'all all again in my future videos, and please like and subscribe. It really helps. I would like to see this thing become pretty successful. Again, I'm not doing any of these videos for money. I don't want any money from YouTube or any of this kind of stuff. I only do this just for the fun of it. It's entertaining. It's fun for me. I like to talk about this kind of stuff because I find it interesting. And if I do explain something wrong or something, please say something in the comments. I'm open to any suggestion on stuff like that to discuss, stuff like that, survival gear. And I hope to give y'all ideas, and hopefully y'all will bend my advice, and it will help y'all out. That's what ultimately this channel and these videos are for, to help you out, more perhaps just entertain you, or you may find something in here that you just genuinely like and may save the video, so I hope to see y'all next time. See ya.